At last, Christopher Cubby Taylor, Akeem Bloomfield, Nathan Allen, and Javon Powell deliver men's silver lining for Jamaica in the men's 4 by 400 meter relay final. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Now go ahead, please hit that subscribe button so we can continue to grow. When you do that, go ahead and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops, which is about once a day here on Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit that like button. And finally, leave your comments after this sports analysis where we take a look at and we break down the races. So, when you're ready, yep, good to go. At last, Jamaica's Akeem Bloomfield, Nathan Allen, Javon Powell, and Christopher Cubby Taylor delivered on the men's side of our athletes in Oregon. The foursome in the men's 4 by 400 meter final, as we predicted, ended up on the podium in the silver medal category. There would have been no way they would have caught the Americans, to be very frank, people, but they did a great run and we are extremely happy and proud for them. They were dominant in their second place, and in truth, in our opinion, it was the youngster Javon Powell who really put us in that silver position. All four men delivered with heart. Particular Christopher Cubby Taylor. Christopher Cubby Taylor held on to that second place despite being challenged. And of course, as I said earlier, Javon Powell, I believe the youngster, was exceptional. Akeem Bloomfield, of course, who ran the first leg, set us up properly, did a brilliant job passing off to Nathan Allen, who really put his heart on the line for us, handing off that baton in, I believe, third position to Javon Powell. Powell ran his heart out, handing that baton to Christopher Cubby Taylor in that third, I believe, position. It was a brilliant run. Jamaica, of course, ended in the second position in a time of a season's best of 2 minutes 58.58 seconds behind the United States, who ran 2 minutes 56.17, and ahead of Belgium, who ran third for the bronze medal in a time of 2 minutes 58.72 seconds. Now, many of you were surprised by this silver medal, but I'm not sure why you were surprised. We told you that statistically, once they added a Christopher Taylor and or Nathan Allen, we would have been in a medal position. Now this, of course, is my 2 cents. This win by these 4 youngsters, Akeem Blake on the first leg, Nathan Allen on the second leg, Javon Powell on the third, and of course Christopher Cubby Taylor on the anchor leg, is extremely important, not only because of the fact that it's a silver medal and it rounded out our number to 10 medals in terms of our medal tally at the recently held championships, but I think psychologically our male athletes needed this medal. This medal was not only a medal for the 4 by 400 meter relay teams, both the ones who represented in the heats and did a good enough job to get us through to the finals, as well as these 4 youngsters who won the silver medal. But I believe on a purely psychological level, our men needed to win a medal. The truth is, this would have been, had we not won this medal, This would have been the first time in 10 championships that the Jamaican men did not bring home a medal of any kind. And with the absence of a parchment due to illness and the 4x1 coming so close, as well as young Oblique Seville coming so close, we needed this medal, because I'm going to keep saying it again. Male sprinting is back, and the one lap is the ultimate sprint. It is the greatest sprint, 400 meters of sheer raw power. The second thing that I want to state is that it speaks a lot to the psyche and the strength of these young men. Blake Akeem Bloomfield got out, did a brilliant job. Nathan Allen sacrificed himself. I mean, if you saw him in the semifinals, he did not run his round. He simply, walked off the field, and he did this because he wanted to support the men's 4x400 meter team, a decision that himself and his coach made, and he should be lauded for this effort. Without Nathan Allen, we would not have won the silver medal. I guarantee you, the two most experienced people here in this team, the two men who have ran in these kinds of competitions, were Nathan Allen and, of course, Christopher Cubby Taylor. So Nathan Allen should be lauded for making these sacrifices, and it says a lot about his character and about the love that these people have for their country, Jamaica, and the Jamaican track and field tradition. Thirdly, that youngster, Javon Powell, also should be lauded. He ran a brilliant leg, as you saw. He gave his all and handed that baton to Christopher Taylor, because at one point, coming off that last 300 meters into the last 100, he was beginning to rock his head. That's the first sign of absolute exhaustion from an athlete. But he held on, gritted his teeth, and went through. So he talked about his fortitude and his strength of character as a person, and his raw strength, period. He's the youngest in the field, and he really should be commended. He has a brilliant future ahead of him as a 400 and possibly 200 meter runner. Kudos to him. Now, finally, Christopher Taylor, who was clearly the person leading the team. I saw an interview after where he talked about how he tried to motivate, them talking to each other. And he's the most experienced person, the only Jamaican male over the 400 meters who has made the finals of both an Olympic game men and World Championships men in some time. Christopher Taylor should be lauded. He came sixth, and that he should be commended for that. So, and not only that, but his grit coming off that last 300 meters, he held on, and in fact, towards the last 20 meters into that line, he extended his lead beyond, I believe it was Belgium. So kudos to these four men. This is what Jamaican sprinting, Jamaican athletics is about. Sacrifice, hard work, determination, focus, and running on sheer will. Christopher Taylor, I believe, is a living example of an athlete who runs with his heart on his sleeve. He gives it his all. These four men, Akeem Bloomfield, Nathan Allen, Javon Powell, and Christopher Cubby Taylor, should be lauded by the government of Jamaica, because, believe me, what they did was really important. Psychologically, as a country, and psychologically, the male athletes needed this silver medal. So, of course, this is my 2 cents. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit that like button if you enjoyed the video. Leave your comments. You are our royals, kings and queens. Bless up!